Stop chasing women. If you stop chasing women for the next 12 months, your entire life would change. Women aren't bad, they're not evil, relationships aren't a bad thing either. But you keep on basing your entire identity on being chosen. That's weak and that's pathetic. You check your DMs more than you check your bank account. You care more about her reply time than your own discipline. And then you take 2 hours out of your day just to imagine the perfect scenario or the perfect message when you can't even spend 30 minutes on your body. I just want to ask you something. If she blocked you, ghosted you, didn't speak to you again, what would you have left? Your network, your money, your physique, or just the empty hole where validation used to be? And it's crazy because the answer's right in front of you. Most of you know why you're so far behind, but then you choose to look the other way. Most men aren't actually heartbroken. They're just directionless. That's all it is. They don't actually miss her or anybody. They miss the feeling of being wanted. So what do most people do? They chase attention, dates, texts, whatever they can do to fill that void. And the more you chase something, the less attractive you become. We already know this to be true. But a lot of you guys who obsess over women, it's because you're not obsessed enough with your life. There's too little mission, there's too little pressure on yourself. And I'm speaking from experience when I say this, because you have endless time, you drop down to the easiest dopamine available, that being female attention. And because social media is as big as it is nowadays, it makes it so much harder not to do that. There's endless access, endless options, endless scrolling. And it's crazy how nowadays social media apps are designed so perfectly to trap us on them. But I'll speak about that in my up and coming videos. But coming back to my point, you tell yourself that you're networking when welly and truly, you're just consuming. You tell yourself that you're just shooting your shot when you can spend your time building something more meaningful. Imagine if you just redirected all of that energy. Every time you feel the urge to double text, you do 50 push-ups. Every time that you're rejected, you open up your laptop and you work. Every time you feel the need for validation, you redirect that and turn that into something tangible, improving something tangible. Brother, if you just did all of these things, then you'd be dangerous within a year. But instead, you're holding yourself back. You're invested in someone emotionally who hasn't even invested back in you. You're trying so hard to prove your value, to prove your worth, instead of actually working on building it and increasing it. You're trying so hard to gain their attention, and yet they don't give you attention in return. And of course, that's backwards thinking. That's not equivalent exchange. There's nothing wrong with wanting love. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to somebody. There's nothing wrong with any of these things. But when romance becomes your main pursuit before building yourself, you lose leverage. Trust me when I say this, I'm speaking from experience. I started negotiating my standards. I started tolerating disrespect, red flags. Why? Why was I doing all of this? Because I didn't want to go back to being alone. I was happy where I was. But was I really? It took me so long to realize that being alone is where you're forged as a person. Silence builds men, discipline builds men, and rejection builds men. One of my favorite quotes from an anime character called Jiraiya from Naruto, some of you may be familiar, but he said, rejection makes the man's heart stronger. And in your different levels of life, you're bound to go through multiple rejections. And that rejection can build you, but only if you use it wisely. The main thing that I want from you guys is to stop trying to be impressive and start being impressive. One is performance, the other one is substance. You don't need to cut off women forever, you don't need to do that. But you do need to cut off desperation, distraction, the habits of prioritizing romance over responsibility. Let me ask you guys something. If you were to have your dream income, your dream house, your dream physique, would you be stressing about one girl? The answer is probably no. As it currently stands, you want all the rewards without putting any work in. You want loyalty without leadership, a relationship without a foundation, and appreciation without any admiration. It doesn't work like that. Life could be dream. I wish it worked like that. It doesn't work like that. And any guy who is busy, any guy who respects their time is not going to chase because they're focused. Focus is attractive. Purpose is attractive. Calm ambition is attractive. Desperation isn't. Desperation is disgusting. A lot of you needed to hear that part, but a lot of you need to hear the next part as well. A lot of you cover up your insecurities by speaking to women because you'd rather not confront yourself. A lot of you say that the dating market is a bit shaky right now, that it's not the best, but then you're undisciplined. You're not in a good spot. It's much easier to say that, right? It's very easy to say that there's no good-looking woman out there, or there's no good women out there anymore. But yet you don't even ask yourself if you're a good option. A lot of you are guilty of avoiding these hard conversations. So for the next 12 months, what you're going to do is you're going to become the project. You're going to train hard. You're going to read more. You're going to earn more. You're going to fix your finances, your sleep, your diets. At the end of this process, you would have built a life that is so structured and so demanding that chasing will become such an inconvenience. You won't be getting your confidence from replies. You'll be getting it from results. And you'll no longer be needing to negotiate from a place of need, but choosing from a place of abundance. You won't need manipulation. You would already be stable. You've already built the foundation. You don't need to swear off of relationships. You just need to stop centering your world around them. If you're not where you need to be in life, then stop prioritizing romance. But you guys already knew that. Coming towards the end of this video, you already knew that to be true. In life, the rules are very simple. Build first, and then you get to expand. Stop chasing women. Start chasing your ambitions, and let the rest fall into place. I hope this video was greatly beneficial to you guys. I hope it reminded you of what you need to do. If you saw the value in it, if you did like it, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share it to a friend who you think needs to see and hear this message as well. And if you guys want to join a community full of like-minded people on the path of self-development, then I'll leave a link down below in the description, as well as the comment section. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care and God bless.